One of the most thrilling videos that we've produced in a while is back with us. Hit the like button now, and this will be your favorite video of the year. Money. Some claim that it causes the world to revolve. Some people pursue it assiduously, much like a hamster on a wheel. While some people talk about having money, others actually do. Money doesn't give a damn about your goals, where you live, your religion, or your sense of self-worth. Money simply is. Either you possess it or you don't. Either you're making money or spending it. Before watching this video, some of you might not have known that money functions as a force in society. It abides by the laws and regulations that control the creation and movement of capital. We're going to share with you 15 money rules that will alter the way you view wealth today. We've got to commend you for investing the time because taking notes will be the most beneficial investment that you can make in yourself today. Now, without further ado, let's start. First rule: people are not changed by money. It reveals their true selves. Money can be compared to a magnifying glass. Whatever characteristics were previously concealed have grown 10 times larger and are now visible. That initial spark, which acts as a magnifying glass, is what awakens these previously dormant traits. It's also true on the other side of the coin. When you succeed, your previous generosity and humility won't change. Money behaves similarly to gasoline. It intensifies the fire. You can learn and move more quickly thanks to it. More tools, toys, and resources are available as a result. Who you are and where you want to direct its power all depend on you. People cannot be changed by money. It removes their poverty-related vulnerabilities and provides them the chance to be who they truly are. The second rule is to never spend money that you haven't earned. Spending money that hasn't yet been earned will keep you poor forever. The majority of people never transcend poverty for this primary reason. They take out loans to purchase items they don't really need or aren't really able to afford. Whose fault is it then? Some claim that the media actively promotes things to these gullible people by making promises of happiness and pure respect. Others claim that the lack of instruction on these topics is a problem with education, but it's a personal matter. You are aware of the decision you're making when you max out a credit card to purchase a new television. You know, even though the TV is smart, it's not a wise purchase. It's due to vanity. By putting your future ahead of your present, you are making a sacrifice. People overspend on items they genuinely cannot afford, which is why they will never be able to escape the cycle. There isn't enough time to go towards the future since they're attempting to catch up with the present. Rule number 3 is to become a money magnet rather than chasing money. We are aware that this rule seems corny, like law of attraction hogwash, but it's not. It goes far deeper than just thinking positively and attracting your dream life to you. You can divide this rule into 2 halves. Don't chase after money is the first rule. This implies that you are constantly lagging behind and pursuing money. You're on a hamster wheel, a rat race, and you're not getting off of it. So that's why you don't have any money. Money will continue to elude you as long as you chase for it. The money is the roadrunner and you're the coyote. It will always flee from you when it sees you coming, since nobody loves to be pursued and caught. In order to attract money, which is the second half, you must first become valuable enough on your own. You are the recipient of the money due to your abilities and capabilities. Let's elaborate. People will want you to help them with their difficulties more and more as you become more useful as an individual. If you can assist them, they will gladly run after money and deliver it to you. The basic distinction between value providers and consumers is this: while the other receives money, one spends money. You'll earn more money the more valuable you become. The fourth rule is to spend time before spending money. The primary obstacle preventing individuals from starting is this: the average person frequently holds the view that you need money to make money. These people never understood the value of time above money. Additionally, you have a lot of time in the beginning that you're probably wasting, regardless of when you begin. You still need 7 years on average to develop a firm, 5 if you have money to start with, and 10 if you're not as savvy. Time is still necessary though. You'll arrive there faster the earlier you start. You know, you're pretty smart. We're so thankful that you decided to spend a few minutes of your valuable time with us. Even if there's so much information available to you, you still need to get your hands dirty. Whatever your area of expertise is, whether it be in real life or online, you need to be there. We find it astounding that people binge watch Netflix or spend countless hours just playing video games, but they can't find 2 hours a day to work on their side project. If you aren't wealthy, it's not because you lack money either, but rather it's because you aren't making good use of your time. The fifth rule is that you can earn more money the more you learn. We must make this crucial distinction when it comes to learning. For us, learning is about gaining knowledge that you can use to improve your life and the lives of others. Learning is what it is. Who cares whether you remember every Pokemon or the 38th digit of pi? It has no value. The world is not a game show. Knowledge is something that can appear. Knowledge is something that can't. It's unimportant. Focus on your education on creating a path out of this pit of mediocrity for yourself. Learn how to construct each phase, then carry out the execution. Use the ladder your parents made for you if they did. Study any descriptions of ladder construction made by others. In this game of life, every one of us is dealt with a different set of cards. The method out is essentially the same, even though some holes are deeper than others. Develop, learn, and flee. Enjoy. Instruct others. You must understand how money is made if you want to make money. To become an expert at making money, you must practice. As with learning to play the guitar, give it enough time and eventually you'll stop sounding like crap. You'll get better at it if you put in more effort. This rule applies to all life skills. You should remove the L after learning. In order to change your life for the better, you must first learn the basics before building on them. You're in luck because there's a ton of resources at your disposal to help you learn whatever your reality demands. If we had to give you the starting point, we'd say read The Richest Man in Babylon. Make some notes and then read it again. Education is provided without charge. To use, all you need to do is reach for it. Sixth rule, never let money rule your life. Achieve mastery. No one wants to be a slave, but the way society is set up, we are doing just that. Debt is a fantastic invention that we've created. While some people use it to gain their freedom, others even lose the freedom that they've had before. The most recent incarnation of slavery is bad debt. Your life is no longer yours the moment you borrow money for whatever reason. It belongs to the lenders, the people who gave you the loan, the creditors. In order for someone else to benefit from your labor, you will literally have to exchange hours of your life. We don't know what slavery is if that isn't it. Money is constantly in motion. You either own it or it owns you. Being the master of money is your only objective because the alternative is awful. When you do, cash will start working for you. It will develop and safeguard you. You must seduce money, according to rule number 7. Don't be seduced by money. The sixth rule is extended by this. Money can be tricky. It has tricks, and because of its potential, it might be harmful. Similar to how a knife is a loyal servant in the hands of a skilled sushi chef, but dangerous in the hands of a child. It's easy to fall prey to money's charms because who wouldn't want to live out their fantasies? However, that's exactly how money escapes from you. Money has the allure of showing you everything that you can do with it and everything that is possible. When you cave, the door is opened and money starts to flow. Our channel is full of stories of people whose lives were ruined by an influx of money because they didn't know how to control it or how to master it. You've probably seen it many times with people who won incredible fortunes and ended up broke and miserable just a few years later. Refrain from being seduced by money and recognize it for what it is, a tool. Rule 8. Unless you plant the right seeds, money doesn't grow on trees. People only know the first half of the rule for some reason. Anyone who has ever planted an apple tree is aware of the requirements needed to reap the benefits of the fruit. You'll eventually be able to eat your apples if you first find the seed, then the proper soil, water it, nurture it, take care of it, and protect it from outside forces, give it enough time, sunshine, and attention, and so on. You make a fortune in the exact same way that you do now. You've never followed the steps or planted the proper seeds. You don't have a money tree of your own because of this. Even the tallest tree began as a seed in the real world, where we refer to these as investments or businesses, but seeds don't grow into lovely apple trees on their own. It won't ever if you leave it on a shelf by itself. Ideas are the seeds that we're referring to. The best part is that seeds are available for free everywhere in the world. Thoughts are free. The tree doesn't grow from the seed. The gardener is the one who takes the seed and transforms it into something worthwhile. The gardener is you. Ideas are the seeds. Your ability to implement these ideas and the time necessary to nurture them will determine the size of your money tree. Anyone who has ever constructed anything is aware that it didn't happen overnight. You can eat those damn apples as soon as you plant the seed and start tending to it. Rule 9 is to avoid letting your money get stale. Money detests being idle. It's so repulsed by it. It typically disappears or flees to another person who can handle it. Money resembles a mako shark in some ways. If it wants to survive, it must continue swimming. When money is not used, it depreciates and gains value. I'll tell you something that you probably don't know. At the conclusion of the trial, if you had $50,000 and it kept it under your bed for 10 years, it would have a real market value of around $30,000. This is brought on by factors like inflation, rising property values, construction, rising costs of living, etc. The price of letting money get stale is that. Set aside enough money to cover emergencies while protecting it from inflation. Utilize it to strengthen your castle. Create and expand things. Use the funds for their intended purposes. 10th rule: spend less than you make. Although this seems obvious, we are still shocked by the sheer number of instances in which it is broken. A sizable portion of the population simply doesn't give a damn about using a credit card for anything, and a sizable portion of the population spends everything they make. Already the first ones are drowning. One wave separates the second group from their arrival. You don't feel like your life is progressing because you're unable to restrain your spending appetite. These people are easily seduced by wealth. With bad debt, they made themselves into slaves. They allowed their emotions and their sense of self-worth to dictate their spending. Interest must always be paid on all debt. If you can't afford it now, you certainly can't afford it now plus interest. It's okay if you're one of those people who dislikes budgeting because it makes them feel stingy. You can either spend less money or make more money as long as you still follow the rule. Your decision is yours. Enjoying an extravagant lifestyle is acceptable as long as you are earning an excessive amount of money and at least some of that money is going towards your personal safety net. You'll already have a plan in place in case you are in a car accident tomorrow and are unable to work for the next 6 months. We have found that there are 2 types of people. Both those who like to plan ahead and optimize their spending, and those who want to go big can become wealthy. Go buy if you're looking for the steady, slow path to wealth. Tony Robbins' book, Money, Master the Game, The Millionaire Fastlane by MJ DeMar is recommended for those who would rather take a big risk for a small reward. Rule 11. Your personal army is your money. It should leave and return with prisoners. Our way of thinking has been influenced by the metaphor that billionaire investor Kevin O'Leary kept promoting. Your personal soldier is each and every dollar you have. You send them out into the field of battle every morning. Some will perish, while others will triumph. You want more of them to bring prisoners back with them. When someone asks to borrow some of your soldiers, you'll start to be much more selective about the soldiers you lend out if you start to think about your freedom soldiers. Every time you lend someone money, there's a chance they'll kill your soldiers and you'll never see them again. Soldiers who would have been good for you. Rule 12. The right partner can help you become wealthy. A poor choice of partner can ruin your finances. How is this related to money? Until you experience it, you won't realize how expensive it is to be with the wrong person. Expensive. Not only that, but if you don't know what you're doing, they'll take half of your crap because the wrong person can keep you down. Divorces are expensive. They're so near you. They have the ability to change your destiny. They can either tie you to the ground or help you develop wings for growth. How crucial it is to be with the right person cannot be overstated. Someone you can refer to as your partner must be willing to accompany you on this journey we call life. The road ahead of you will be filled with ups and downs and hardships, and nobody who isn't fully committed to this journey will be able to push through. You need this person to be strong, competent, and share your goals and desires. The right person will make life a wonderful adventure. Money, nothing more, nothing less, will solve all of your financial issues, according to Rule 13. For some reason, people believe that money can fix any issue. It's real. The majority of issues can be resolved, but not all of them. Money functions as a universal key that can open many different types of locks. Need a place to call home? Money's able to fix that. I'm curious as to what you plan to eat tonight. Money will take care of you. Your children require school supplies. Money can help. These are all related to money. Although money has an effect on them, it is foolish to assume that if you have a key, you can simply break down a brick wall in the absence of a door. If you're struggling financially, that's all you can see. After overcoming these, you come to understand that there are a lot of other issues where money has little to no influence. Poor people are always quick to judge when a successful person takes their own life because all they can see is the wealth. And how could anyone have a need for anything besides money? But you can't expect a rich mindset from someone with a poor one. There are people who have money and then there are people who are wealthy, according to Rule 14. We now enter the finesse portion of the conversation. It functions somewhat similarly to the previous rule's organic development. What is wealth exactly? How do you recognize financial success? We define wealth as the point in life where your goals and expectations are met. That's when you succeed, but it depends on how well all of your life's pillars combine. It resembles acquiring all the infinity stones for a prosperous life. If they're fortunate enough to obtain 1 or 2 of the 5, people will consider themselves wealthy. The connection between these pillars is peculiar. Relationships are challenging to succeed in when you have emotional damage. If your relationship is bad, it's difficult to build your financial empire and so on. This explains why you often see wealthy people who are unhappy or unfulfilled despite working hard to accumulate wealth. The other pillars were completely overlooked. Rule 15. You will always receive rewards in life that are exactly proportional to your efforts. This rule is the reason you earn as much as you do, in case you've ever wondered why. This is the formula for determining how much compensation someone merits. The reward increases in proportion to the contribution. Your reward will unavoidably be less than that of someone who serves 1 million people if you only serve 10 people. Both the poorest and wealthiest people can relate to this. It serves as the basis for value. Starting today, if you simply adhere to these rules, your income will rise right away. You must increase your contribution if you want to increase your rewards. In order to achieve this, serve more clients. Find new ways to contribute or enhance the quality of your service. That's all there is to it. You'll notice a spike in your rewards as soon as you write these 3 things down and go over them daily until you figure out how to apply one of them in your life. Any of the 15 that we've listed are valuable and powerful enough to create wealth for those who know them and use them effectively. We know that this is a lengthy video, so we'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for your decision to keep watching. We're interested to learn which rule lit the biggest fire under you because of this. Which one are you most grateful for? Share it in the comments with the group and let's support one another's development. Once again, thank you and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow.